Hello class, this is Mr. Webster. Today we're going to talk about Mount Rushmore to go with our American History and Geography unit. While listening to this photo story, remember to take notes and listen for vocab. This is a picture of Mount Rushmore before it was carved. Mount Rushmore was named in 1885 after a prominent New York lawyer, Charles Rushmore. Before then, it was known by the Lakota Sioux American tribe. In 1923, the Mount Rushmore project was thought of by Doane Robinson, a historian who wanted to increase tourism to South Dakota and the Badlands. In 1924, Robinson convinced a well-known sculptor, Gutzon Berglund, to see if the project could be done. Berglund agreed to do the project. Pictured is Berglund and one of the models of Mount Rushmore. In 1927, the project received congressional approval. In October of 1927, Berglund and 400 workers began to carve the world's greatest mountain carving. The men began drilling and blasting the 5,725-foot mountain to create a shrine of American democracy that we enjoy today. The Mount Rushmore project lasted from October 4th, 1927 to October 31st, 1941 with no fatalities. Pictured are some of the workers that worked on the Rushmore project. President Coolidge insisted that in addition to Washington, 2 Republicans and 1 Democrat be depicted on Mount Rushmore. As requested, in addition to Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln were chosen, representing the first 130 years of American history. Berglund selected the presidents for their roles in preserving the United States and expanding its territory. Originally, the presidents on Mount Rushmore were to be depicted from the waist up, but funding was stopped after the death of Berglund because of an embolism in March of 1941. October 31st of 1941, the Rushmore project was completed with a cost of $998,992.32, a notable cost for such a large project. In 1991, President George H. Bush officially dedicated Mount Rushmore. The Avenue of Flags leads to the Grand Viewing Terrace. The avenue displays the 56 flags of the states and territories of the U.S., where the presidents can look over them. Today, Mount Rushmore is a tourism magnet, attracting millions of tourists from around the U.S. and the world. Its cost was just under $1 million, but it is said to be priceless. Thank you, class. That was Mount Rushmore. Now we're going to continue Chapter 4 in our American History books and start our own photo stories. If you'd please return to your seats, I will be waiting.